on safety, these types of injuries can go from just painful to deadly. If your loved one has suffered a fall, questionable illness, or other injury in a nursing home, it could be a red flag of improper care. Call us at Hughes & Coleman. We can help you get to the bottom of it. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Trust Chief Meteorologist T.G. Schuck weeknights on ABC 36 News Now.
Now on Good Morning Kentucky, a suspect wanted in connection to a weekend stabbing in Clark County has been arrested. Plus, a woman accused of killing her mother is due in court today in Laurel County. And it's back to school for University of Kentucky students. Today is the first day of classes.
Time for Good Morning Kentucky on ABC 36 News Now.
Good morning, Kentucky. Thank you for starting your Monday morning with us. I'm Sydney St. Clair. It is 6 a.m. We have a lot to get to, but we're going to begin with weather with meteorologist Ashley Cade. All right, Ashley, very chilly this morning, but hopefully things will warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely is starting off a whole lot more fall-like for us for this week, and it definitely will warm up in the next couple of hours, but still on that cooler side for us for today. We're looking at temperatures right now in those mid-50s for most of us. A little cool as you head out the door, especially since we haven't had overnight low temperatures this cool for a while. So it's a little bit of a shock to the system as you head outside. A lot of us are more used to it, already feeling a little bit muggy as we're heading out there. Well, today is National Banana Split Day. A reason to celebrate today, although you might not want that ice cream with those temperatures feeling so cool for us for today. It won't take long for us to get into the 70s, but that's kind of where we're going to stay for most of us as we head through this afternoon. Looking like the mid to upper 70s for us for today, feeling very mild and very fall-like as we said. And that's going to be the case for the next couple of days. We're really going to see that stick around at least through Thursday. Once we get to Friday, we'll start to creep back up towards that average high temperature, and then we'll maybe see just a little bit of a warm up for us for the weekend. But for now, we're feeling very fall-like, especially with those overnight lows Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning as well. Could potentially see a few records broken, so that's something that we'll be tracking through the week. Well, now it's time for traffic from the Right Way Auto Glass Traffic Center. Here's a look at Man o' War and Richmond Road. We got some cars out and about, but overall looking pretty good for that Monday morning commute.
Well, new this morning, a suspect wanted in connection to a weekend stabbing in Clark County is now behind bars. Winchester police say 37-year-old John Southern was arrested around 8:30 last night near the Clark County Health Department on Professional Drive. According to investigators, an arrest warrant was issued for Southern on Saturday after stabbing on Jackson and Jefferson Streets. Officers say he's accused of stabbing a 35-year-old man multiple times. The victim was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. According to officials, Southern is now charged with assault. In Laurel County, deputies have arrested a suspect wanted in connection to a gas station armed robbery from earlier this year. The sheriff's office says 23-year-old Hunter Steele was arrested Friday after deputies found him hiding in a shed with a stolen gun on Flatwoods Frozen Camp Road. According to investigators, Steele is accused of robbing the Shell gas station on State Road 770 with another person on May 23rd. The sheriff's office says Steele was armed with an assault rifle. The search continues for the second suspect. Well, a woman accused of killing her mother in Laurel County is due in court today. According to court records, 26-year-old Brianna Rich is scheduled for a pretrial conference this morning at 9 on murder charges. The sheriff's office says the 26-year-old is accused of shooting and killing her mother, Carol Rich, at a home on Burnett Road on March 14th. According to investigators, a gun was found on the scene. Across the state in western Kentucky, a teenager is now charged in connection to last week's shooting at a high school football game in Mayfield. Police say a 14-year-old boy from Fulton was arrested and charged with assault after Friday's shooting during the fourth quarter of the Battle of the Birds football game between Mayfield and Graves County High School. Officers say the 14-year-old allegedly shot an 18-year-old from Farmington after a fight with another teen. Police say the victim was taken to a hospital in stable condition. The investigation into the shooting continues. In Boyd County, the community is mourning the loss of a student after a deadly crash. The coroner's office says 18-year-old Christopher Howie Wilkes died Saturday night in a single vehicle crash at the intersection of Friendship Road and Whites Creek Road. Investigators say he was thrown from his car after it went off the road, rolled multiple times, and caught fire. Officials say he was not wearing a seatbelt. According to the coroner, Wilkes would have been a senior this year at Boyd County High School. His body was taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. In Lexington, today is the first day of classes for University of Kentucky students. Last week, more than 7,000 students moved into dorms during UK's Big Blue move-in. According to the school, last year, more than 30,000 students were enrolled for the fall semester. Now in national news, the family of one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims is blasting the Justice Department after it released recordings from a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell. As ABC's Rhiannon Alley reports, the convicted sex trafficker can be heard downplaying her role with Epstein in the tapes.
This morning, new outrage over a meeting between the Justice Department and Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell.
There's no list. There's never been a list.
And you never heard Mr. Epstein talk about such a list?
Never.
The family of Virginia Giuffre, one of Maxwell's victims, now slamming the DOJ, saying it gave Maxwell a, quote, platform to rewrite history, adding, the content of these transcripts is in direct contradiction with felon Ghislaine Maxwell's conviction for child sex trafficking. The fierce criticism coming after the DOJ released recordings of Maxwell's meeting with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the country's second highest ranking law enforcement official and President Trump's former personal attorney.
I did introduce him to women. I did, but not underage women.
Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking minors, also claimed that none of Epstein's powerful friends was involved in anything illegal, including Presidents Trump and Clinton.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
You're not aware of President Clinton ever going to the island?
He absolutely never went.
Just days after her interview with Blanche, Maxwell was moved to a minimum security prison in Texas. Giuffre's family calling the move a, quote, travesty of justice, while an attorney for dozens of alleged victims stresses that Maxwell has a history of lying and was already charged with perjury. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Our time now, 6:07, still ahead. President Trump threatening to deploy National Guard troops in more cities across the country. Trump saying he's considering deploying the National Guard next to Chicago, New York, and Baltimore. Those details straight ahead, but first.
Well, as you're eating breakfast, here's what you can expect through this morning. We're going to be seeing temperatures feeling a bit chilly and very fall-like. We're also going to feel fall-like for the next couple of days and, in fact, could break a couple of records. I'll have those details just ahead.
Your 7-day forecast is brought to you by Denham Law Firm, your insurance claim's best friend.
It's back to school, and Cronin Hyundai has your first lesson in savings. Right now, get 0% for 60 months plus 0 payments for 90 days on new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Palisades. Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
Sharky's is here to make sure that your children look their best and feel comfortable for their first haircut. Our first haircut package is a great way to capture your child's first haircut with a certificate, a picture for your photo album, and a lock of hair. Book your appointment at Sharky's Lexington today for a fresh haircut, a manicure, video games, and more. Every child leaves with a cool cut, a lollipop, a balloon, a manicure, and a shark tattoo or glamour ring. We are located at 4097 Nichols Park Drive in Lexington, 859-288-0020. Sharky's Cuts for Kids, LexingtonKY.com.
When garbage is thrown on the ground, tossed out a car window, illegally dumped, or poured down storm drains, it all ends up in our streams and lakes. Which means that pretty soon we'll be reeling in more trash than fish. Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home clean. Thanks, Team Kentucky.
With Leaf Guard, the magic happens on the inside. It's the only one-piece seamless rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. Leaf Guard, get it today, protect it for life. Leaf Guard is proud to be a Great Day Improvements brand, and with your Leaf Guard purchase, receive 10% off any of our other products like new windows or doors. Give us a call right now about Leaf Guard here in Lexington, the Bluegrass, to take advantage of these special savings right now. It's our summer Sizzler sales, 75% off installation of a complete Leaf Guard system. Receive a $200 Visa gift card with your purchase. Call during this program and we'll double your gift to a free $100 Darden Restaurants gift card with estimate. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with a purchase of a complete Leaf Guard system used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. Here in Lexington, call 1-800-797-3932.
Is your AC not cooling? Call us in the morning. We'll be there today. That's right. For the fastest response time in town, call Bryant this morning. We'll see you today. Bryant Heating and Cooling. We're always here when you need us most.
Family Feud presents Great Moments in Bad Answers. Name something a cat has that you don't.
I know, Steve.
It could be up there.
That's Family Feud. Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
It's back to school, and Cronin Hyundai has your first lesson in savings, where new 2025 Hyundai Elantras are only $159 per month. Plus, we want your car. Turn your car into cash, even if you don't buy one from us. Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
All right, Ashley, it is Monday, the beginning of our work week. And what can people see on their way to work today?
We're going to be seeing very fall-like conditions. I mean, last week when we started out on Monday, it was definitely feeling very summer-like. This is a total switch up. We're actually a little bit chilly as we're heading out the door. It's hard to believe that we are still 29 days away from when fall actually starts. That autumnal equinox going to be September 22nd, less than a month away now. I'm very excited for that. Fall is my favorite season after all, but we are even getting a preview of it right now. Here's our temperature change from the past 24 hours. In some places, we are 15 degrees cooler right now than we were 24 hours ago. That temperature difference, just so fun to look at. I mean, we were starting off this weekend feeling pretty mild, not too bad, very close to average, but now we can see we're feeling a whole lot cooler to start out our work week. Temperature-wise for us across the Bluegrass in those mid-50s, starting off a little chilly since we haven't had temperatures that have been this cool in quite a while. It's a little shock to the system as you head out the door, so you might need a sweatshirt or a very light jacket. Probably won't need it by this afternoon. We're not going to be that cold. We are going to warm up eventually, but still feeling definitely a little bit on the cooler side as you head out the door. Dew points, also look at that difference. All throughout the summer, we've had this map in those dark greens, feeling wet, sticky as we head outdoors, but we are starting to really dry out. We're in those mid to low 50s. For a lot of us, seeing those yellows across the map, feeling dry. And if you're like me, and when we go from super wet to super dry, sometimes it can affect my skin a little bit or my nose. If you're the same way, make sure you put on just a little extra moisturizer this morning, maybe a little saline in the nose to help as well. Sometimes the dry air can actually make my nose bleed. So if you're the same, make sure that you remember that before you step out the door. A lot of our cool and dry conditions, because we got those northern winds, and they're actually going to be getting a little bit gusty as we head into this afternoon, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Nothing too crazy. Maybe keeping an eye on the trash can could potentially get knocked over. It will calm down though as we head into the overnight hours, especially for us on Tuesday morning. So in the afternoons, just helping us to feel a little cooler. Nothing too crazy though, but we are going to see this pattern repeating over the next couple of days. And here's why we're seeing that really. It's because we had that cold front that moved through over this weekend. And if we could get the map to load here, there we go. Finally, we've got that cold front right there. That's what moved through, and it's causing a lot of the Midwest to have those very fall-like temperatures for the start of our week. We've also got this high pressure above the northern plains that is going to continue to move towards the east, and that is a big driving factor for why we're really seeing that northerly flow just ushering in that cooler and drier air for us in the Commonwealth. Over the next couple of hours, we're going to see maybe a few clouds building in. We're looking very calm right now on Viper radar. We'll see temperatures getting up into those low to mid 70s by lunchtime, mid to upper 70s for this afternoon, again with a couple of those clouds, and winds will be a little gusty there. Then into the overnight, we should see clouds clearing out. That'll help temperatures get down in the 40s for some of us. Definitely feeling pretty cool as we head out those doors tomorrow morning as well. Back up into these 70s for Tuesday afternoon with a couple of clouds, and then we just repeat that same pattern with Wednesday morning looking quite chilly as well. And Wednesday afternoon, we'll get back up into those 70s, starting to slowly warm just a little bit as we head into the end of the week. But man, are we looking at some cool overnight low temperatures, possibly even record breaking, especially for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll get pretty close to those overnight lows records. I wouldn't be surprised if a few cities broke a couple of records. We will see things warming up by the time that we get to the end of the week and into the weekend, looking like we'll be back into the 80s just in time for some UK football.